village of Nnamdi, there lived a man named Nnamdi. He was a hard-working farmer and a devoted husband to his wife, Nneka. They had two beautiful daughters, Ada and Ifeoma, and were expecting their third child. Nnamdi enters his house and sees his wife Nneka sitting on the floor with a sad expression on her face. She is visibly pregnant and looks weak. Nnamdi and Nneka were eagerly waiting for the arrival of their third child. They prayed for a son to carry on the family's name. Nneka sighed. "Nnamdi, I am worried. I don't feel well." Nnamdi consigned, "What is wrong, my love?" Nneka with teary-eyed, "I fear for the life of our unborn child. I have been feeling weak and sick for days now." Nnamdi holds Nneka's hand and reassures her that everything will be fine. Nneka's fears were not unfounded. She had been experiencing complications with her pregnancy and was afraid for her and her baby's safety. But Nnamdi, being the loving husband that he was, took good care of her and made sure she was comfortable. Few months later, Nneka gave birth to a healthy baby girl, but her health deteriorates rapidly. She is on her deathbed, surrounded by her family.
"Please take care of our daughters, Nnamdi. Promise me."
"I promise, my love. I will take care of them with all my heart."
Nneka breathed her last breath, leaving Nnamdi heartbroken and their two daughters devastated. Nneka's death left a huge void in Nnamdi's life. He was not only mourning the loss of his beloved wife, but he was also struggling to raise his two young daughters on his own. Few months later, Nnamdi was working in his farm with Ada and Ifeoma by his side. They are now older and helping their father with the farm work. Nnamdi did his best to provide for his daughters and make sure they had a good life, but he couldn't shake off the feeling of guilt for not being able to save his wife and for not giving her a son. Nnamdi's brother Obinna comes to visit him and brings along his pregnant wife Chika. Obinna excitedly, "Nnamdi, meet your new sister-in-law Chika. She is expecting a baby soon." Nnamdi smiles weakly. "Congratulations, brother. I hope it's a boy." Chika glares at Nnamdi. "Don't you worry, it will be a boy. My husband made sure of it." Nnamdi's face falls and he realized that Obinna must have gone to extreme lengths to ensure that Chika gives birth to a boy. Nnamdi couldn't believe what he had just heard. His own brother had impregnated another woman just to have a son. He was disgusted and angry, but he kept quiet for the sake of family harmony. Chika gives birth to a baby boy and Obinna is overjoyed. But little did they know their actions would have grave consequences. Nnamdi's brother had unknowingly brought a curse upon their family. The baby boy was born with a rare disease, and Chika died shortly after giving birth. The village elders gathered and declared that the baby boy was cursed and needed to be taken care of by the father's family. Nnamdi was now responsible for his nephew, but he had no idea about the curse that surrounded the child. He welcomed him into his home with open arms, not knowing the danger he was putting his own daughters in. Nnamdi's nephew, now named Ikenna, grew up to be a spoiled and entitled child. He treated Ada and Ifeoma with disdain and made their lives a living hell. Ikenna's presence in the house caused a rift between Nnamdi and his daughters. Nnamdi was blinded by his desire for a son and failed to see the suffering of his own daughters. Ada and Ifeoma are now grown up and have moved out of their father's house. They both got married and have families of their own. Ada and Ifeoma left their father's house to escape the constant abuse from their stepbrother. They both found love and happiness in their new homes, but they never forgot the pain and suffering they endured in their father's house. Nnamdi is now an old man, regretting his actions and wishing he could turn back time. He is sitting alone in his house with no one by his side. Nnamdi's selfishness and desire for a male child had cost him his wife's life, his relationship with his daughters, and his peace of mind. He realized too late that it was not the gender of a child that mattered, but the love and care that a child receives from their parents. Nnamdi, sitting alone in his house, reflecting of his mistakes and the consequences of his actions. My friends, this is the end of the long story of Nnamdi, Nneka, and their two daughters. This story teaches us a valuable lesson about love, family, and the dangers of selfishness. Let us all remember to cherish and appreciate our loved ones, regardless of their gender. Thank you for watching.